You guys are about to see a really cool way to make jerky. I'm gonna make elk jerky, and you can do it two ways. You could either slice the meat, or in my case right now, I've got a bunch of meat that was gonna be ground up for like taco meat, but we're gonna run it through the grinder, and you guys just get to hang out and see what happens. So hopefully you enjoy it. Today I'm gonna be trying out this black pepper seasoning jerky, and that's put out by Smokehouse Products. Since we're doing a grind, we're gonna grind it all up and then mix it up, and then we're gonna put it in this. It's called a jerky gun, but it's basically a caulking gun. You load this tube with meat, and then when you squirt it out, it flattens it. It makes nice, perfect little size jerky strips. So check it out. So we got a bunch of meat that we're gonna run through the grinder. It's gonna go through this grinder, and then we're gonna catch it with this thing here. Catch all the ground meat right below. And I didn't grab a ton of meat, just enough to do maybe 1 or 2 batches of jerky. The other thing you want to do is you want to make it into small strips, something small enough that it'll go through this 1-inch receptacle. See if we can get it to work. We'll stick it in there and give it a try. And this is elk meat that I got this year during hunting season. Shot this was a cow elk here in Oregon. Anyway, we're gonna run through and grind up all this meat. You guys, I'm gonna tell you what, this is gonna be some really good jerky, because I like elk meat. This is prime cow elk from this year. Very healthy meat. And on top of the elk meat being good, I love the black pepper seasoning. It's one of my favorite seasonings for jerky. So I'm excited to try this. Okay, so at this point, gone through the little bag. I had that frozen because I just didn't have time to deal with it. I took care of most of the meat, but that was just some little baggies of meat that I was gonna take and have processed for summer sausage or pepperoni sticks or whatever. Anyways, if you look in here, we've got a really beautiful bunch of meat. And then we're gonna take this right here, and I'm gonna shake some of this in there. I think the directions call for maybe like 1 or 2 teaspoons of this stuff every pound. I probably got like 3-4 pounds of meat, so we're gonna season it pretty strong. I like my jerky kind of a little bit extra peppery, a little extra strong, so I'll show you what we do. We're gonna just sprinkle a bunch in there, I think. That's how I think I'll do it, just like that. Now the key is to lift this up. That way it's all getting mixed up. And I don't have any liquids in there, so I'm gonna actually add a little bit of liquid because I want it to be kind of a paste. All right, I think that's about right, you guys. Now we're gonna let her down. Ooh, kind of fun, you guys. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit of an adventure just trying to process your own meat. If you know how to do it, it's easy. If you're learning, it can be a little bit of a challenge just to try to know what to do. Don't tell the wifey that I'm using her mixer for my jerky, okay? All right, guys, so the next step to this process, you can either choose to let the meat sit for a little while. Some people might want to run it overnight. The directions don't say you have to soak it overnight. You could literally start smoking it. Put it in strips and smoke it right now. I'm gonna try leaving it in the meat, just kind of letting the meat sit there, marinating in all those spices for overnight at least. Then tomorrow I'll take it out and I'll squirt it into some like jerky strips, and we're gonna smoke it. So hang in there, we're almost the home stretch. So listen, so one thing I do want to share with you that I'm finding to be very helpful, these are drying screens. These are little screens that you can buy. Smokehouse Products, they sent these to me and I'm trying them out. I've never used them before. I've always just used the metal racks to hold the jerky, but I've never done the making it ground into hamburger meat and then putting little jerky strips. So I've actually made a batch already that I really like. It was the teriyaki batch, and I used these strips. These strips are just, quite honestly, they're amazing. They are a game changer. You don't have to worry about your meat or your jerky or your fish or whatever it is. You don't have to worry about it sagging between each one of those spots, and it's dishwasher safe. Like, being me, I'm just that kind of guy. I'm a skeptic, so I literally, like, I tried it out, tried everything out, ran it through the dishwasher, and my dishwasher gets hot. I mean, this stuff made it easy, no issues. Like, it was like made it with flying colors, easy cleaning. You don't have to do anything, just stick it in there. And it's been awesome. So even if you guys already have a Big Chief smoker or a Little Chief smoker, these smokehouse products, these are like a non-stick drying thing. It does allow the air to circulate. It does allow the smoke to get everywhere. 100% recommend this for sure. And obviously the smokers, that's what I've been using. I still use them. I'm gonna keep using them. They smoke salmon, steelhead, trout, kokanee, elk meat, deer meat, whatever you want to smoke, it'll smoke it. So we'll see you when I start making these strips here in a minute. And let's get this gun out so we can use it. I'll open up both ends. We're just gonna grab the meat and shove it in the tube here. Then I've got the Big Chief smoker sitting right here. I was talking to my brother because I let him try some of the jerky I made on my last batch. He thought that was the best jerky ever. He really liked it. That's pretty good coming from my brother, because he's the one that taught me how to make deer jerky and elk jerky. So he thought it was pretty good stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna just go through here and I'm gonna fill this tube up all the way. Just kind of keep pushing it down in there, packing it in. All right, starting to come out the other side. So I'm gonna tighten that up. We'll call that good for this tube. And then I'm gonna put it on this side. Be right back. So what we're doing is we're just gonna squirt out these little strips of meat here. Try to get them fairly even. I'm not trying to win a race doing this. And then I get down to the end of that and I just push down on it. Some people use a knife to cut it right there. That probably worked pretty well. I didn't do it that way, but I'm just gonna load these screens up. When you get the package of screens, I think they come in like 4 or 5 of these drying screens. So you gotta have a pretty big batch of meat to run out of screens. Once I get all these on here, I'll put these out and start smoking them today. And they usually take, I don't know, something like this probably take 5 hours of smoke. Kind of just keep an eye on it and make sure you smoke it how you like it. Sometimes I like my meat to be drier, sometimes I like it to be a little bit more chewy. So, see, I'm already halfway through here. My tube is pushed right here, it's pushed down about halfway almost. I'm halfway done with one rack, so we're doing good. Okay, and then we're gonna put it right there in that smoker. We'll just rinse and repeat, you guys. We have successfully loaded this smoker. It's a full load today, so we're on the last step. I'll show you here. We've got all these trays loaded up with meat. We're gonna apply some smoke and some heat, and we're just gonna run it until it dries out to our desired dryness. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Then we're gonna add these cherry chips. We'll let her smoke. Well, all right guys, let's check on the progress. It's been a couple hours. Probably needs a couple hours more to be thoroughly dried out for jerky dry, but let's take a look. Okay, so as you can look and see, this bottom one is almost done. If you get up here to these ones, still got a lot of moisture in the top. So What I'm gonna do is I'll let this get totally almost to the end of dry. Then I'm gonna trade them all. So the bottom one's gonna go up here, this one will go to the bottom, and this one will go here, and that one will go to the bottom, and then this one will keep in the same spot. Other than buying an elk tag, all this meat that I've got, it cost me whatever, $1 or $2 for a bullet, and just some spices and some electricity. You got jerky for the year. All right, guys, we are gonna check. What do you think? God, it really definitely looks pretty good. But I like mine a little bit more stiffer, a little bit more crunchy. I'm gonna leave them in a little bit longer. Well, there you have it. That was super easy. This really makes it pretty easy to make jerky here, but I like that these little screens gives it kind of a cool little look, little texture on one side. Very good. I like my jerky nice and dry. That's why I left it on longer, but you could pull it off. Just let it be kind of chewy. This is a little bit more crunchy, but still chewy. Good stuff. Good smoky flavor. Kind of has a peppery taste to it. This stuff will last a long time. I'm gonna put them in little vacuum sealed bags so I have snack sizes. Right now I just have a whole bunch of them. But thank you so much for watching and checking out how I make my elk jerky. We'll just follow for more. Keep subscribe. Make sure you're watching. Once in a while I do little catch and cooks, or I just do how to make a jerky, or maybe I show you how to fillet a fish, how to do smoked salmon, lots of stuff.